A psychotherapist and leadership coach offers 3 powerful strategies to manage new relationship anxiety when you're building a connection. We all tend to be somewhat nervous whenever we enter into any new relationship, be it with a platonic friend, a romantic partner, or a new professional opportunity. Feeling anxious in these situations is perfectly normal. Developing an emotional bond with someone will change your life, and this shift will undoubtedly create some sense of unease. Be mindful that in your current state of bliss, you might be missing some key red flags. To help tune into what challenges a person's new relationship anxiety might be signaling, I reached out to Blair Glazer, a leadership coach and psychotherapist who specializes in helping people create successful partnerships. Slow down wisely. Glazer recommends slowing down as you're getting to know someone. We tend to gloss over the positive feelings of connecting to the extent we don't ask if this person is a good match for us, says Glazer. Just as you protect your data with passwords on your smartphone and backups on your computer, she recommends doing likewise with your heart by putting in the work to protect yourself when making new connections. If you are desiring a long-term relationship with someone, Glazer recommends cultivating the skill of being simultaneously in the relationship and questioning it at the same time. While enjoying your time together, ask yourself after each interaction how you felt while you were with this person, as well as how you feel afterward. Along those lines, examine how you are when you are with this person versus when you are with other people. Do they bring out your best traits, or do you find yourself laughing at their jokes even though you don't find them funny, agreeing to outings that you don't enjoy, and other actions that aren't in line with your true nature? When reflecting on your interactions with this new person, make sure that their words match their actions. Glazer observes, they may be telling you things about themselves that sound great, but it's going to take time to see if they live the values that they share about themselves when they're courting. There's a fine line between really wanting to think about your potential love interest and not being able to get them out of your mind. To keep your mind clear, Glazer recommends spending some time apart from this person. Develop a practice of grounding yourself by doing something you love, such as meditating, exercising, walking in nature, listening to music, or hanging out with a pet. Spending time apart helps you determine whether or not your anxiety is related to the process of getting close to someone or whether it belongs to an intuition that is saying something's not right, Glazer reflects. Consciously test your connection. Glazer adds that just because your intuition tells you something's not right, that doesn't mean that you have to stop seeing this person. It just means that you have to do a little conscious testing. Are they flexible when a situation arises, or do you feel like you have to walk on eggshells lest you jeopardize this burgeoning connection? For example, say you have a work situation that might require you to arrive late for your date. Rather than try to get out of this work obligation, a conscious test would be to say to this person, "I'm sorry, something came up at work. Can we shift our date later?" Their response will let you know how receptive they are to your legitimate concerns and needs. Are they understanding? Do they shut down? Do they punish you afterwards by going silent for a few days? It's all good information. Despite the rise of spying apps that allow one to vet potential partners, Glazer recommends focusing instead on trusting yourself. If you constantly rely on what virtual strangers and casual acquaintances are telling you, then you don't develop the ability to listen to your anxiety and parse through what your anxiety is signaling. In our ongoing quest to be our best selves, we need to be mindful of finding partners who are supportive in helping us achieve our goals. Watch how they respond whenever you share something that comes up in your life. As Glazer observes, it's a good sign when they resonate with you emotionally and give you some interesting feedback that makes you feel close to them. But it's not a good sign if they criticize you or take over the conversation by making it all about them. Develop a support system. To help you process your anxiety about this new relationship, Glazer recommends developing a good support system with close friends, a therapeutic support group, or a counselor who can offer objective guidance. This support system can help you determine if you are engaging with someone whose vision for your partnership is in sync with your dreams or if this is a relationship that should remain casual at best. In developing your support system, Glazer encourages people to look to those souls who know how you tend to behave in new situations. They have the knowledge to sense when you're engaging in your typical behavior patterns versus when you're acting in ways indicating something is amiss. You need someone in your corner who can provide you with the right balance of listening and strategizing solutions for you so that you can create a healthy relationship. By Becky Garrison. Teachers and guides can take us as far as they have gone into expanded consciousness, but for us to realize our own infinite self, we must go beyond where anyone else can take us. Words and concepts are by their nature limitations. Even telepathic communication is limited by form and thought. For true self-realization, we must become unlimited in every way. It means going beyond the body and beyond space and time in our realization. There are no props available and no concepts that are helpful. It's a process of graduating into the unknown in conscious awareness. If we approach this process trusting in our own inner knowing and asking our inner guides to help us open our realization to our own self-authenticity, we can progress toward realizing our essence as individuated fractals of infinite consciousness. What does this mean in our practical lives? We are witnessing the drama of our ego self in its quest for fulfillment. Within this containment of consciousness, there is no awareness beyond its limitations. Anything beyond is scary, because it is unknown. The unknown is unwelcome, because we have become comfortable with what is familiar. Although it is based in fear, it also has some forms of love, which we don't want to give up in the face of the unknown. The ego is comfortable enough to want to continue with the same energy within the human trance. Instead of identifying with the ego, we can witness it in its fullness, while knowing what we are, beyond the physical world. We are our presence of awareness, without time or location. Until we believe that we are more than we have dared to believe, we remain within the limits of our self-imposed containment of consciousness. We will not consider living beyond our limits. We have been following a self-created script that we can change at any time by our attitude and perspective. If we decide to go beyond our limitations, we need to have awareness of our inner guidance in every moment, and we need to understand and follow it. We receive guidance exactly when we need it immediately. We are required to recognize the guidance, which can come in coincidences and many subtle ways. And it comes with confidence. Really, we have no other way of knowing anything absolutely. It comes in the realizations that we create, and by what we believe is real. Learning to direct our realization is necessary to go beyond our limitations. That means drawing our attention to becoming comfortable with our inner guidance beyond words and concepts. Just knowing. By Kenneth Schmidt. We are being prepared at the deepest and highest soul levels for what is now to come, and what we are expanding into. We are transcending the old patterns we ever created and lived, and therefore, in the here and now, are stepping into the universal consciousness of all-embracing love, unity, and oneness. With every single life breath, everything is changing and expanding, in and around us, above and below, within and without. Anything within you, which is still there buried deeply in the subconscious, will surface to be released now. Simply allow this to surface, without judgment, and let it go with forgiveness of self and others. Remember the eternal wisdom of, Father/Mother forgive them/me, for they/I did not know what they/I were doing. Allow your true soul self to emerge. Allow your infinite soul to merge fully with your monad and into expanded awareness of the infinite knowledge, wisdom, love and light which held within your soul, expanded by all the souls in your monad, as one with the divine source. In truth, we will become more and more aware as we transfigure and step into the higher dimensional state, of just how little we know, and how much there is to access now, to apply and to love into form and being, in the new earth. It is a whole new journey of discovery, yet recovery, of what it means to gain intergalactic mastery, in, through, and with love. By Judith Kusel.